Hey Pudge fans, Josh here, and today we are going to continue the series on upgrading the elemental pre-constructed decks for $25 or less each. And today we actually are going to do Earth, so we have the Pudge actually in the video, which is exciting. But we'll go ahead and get started here. Now, everyone just remember, in each of the pre-constructed decks, there's only 16 sites, 36 spellbook cards. So you basically have to go up to 20 and go up to 40, right? So we add 4 cards into the deck to make it a tournament legal deck, or a legal to play deck, I guess I should say. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to show you what you need to remove from the deck. And we'll start with the site deck first. So from the site deck, we are going to remove Quagmire, Bedrock, and Holy Ground. Okay, so those are the sites that we are going to take out and eliminate from the deck. So basically we need to add a total of 8 cards because we have 12 left. We have 3 Humble Villages, 3 Rustic Villages, 3 Simple Villages, 2 Vantage Hills, and a Sinkhole. Okay. The sites that I decided to add include a Humble Village, a Rustic Village, 2 Gnome Hollows, 3 Free Cities. You all know I'm a huge fan of Free City. I think it's probably I mean, below the duels, right? It's just one of the top tier exceptional sites. And then we're going to add a Sinkhole to round us out to 20. So that is what your site deck is going to look like. And we'll go through the pricing. So the Sinkhole, that's $1. Again, exceptionals, I'm counting those as 50 cents. Commons, I'm counting those as 10, or ordinaries, I'm counting as 10 cents. So we've got $1 for the Sinkhole because it's an elite, that is $1. We've got $1 here for these exceptionals. We've got $1.50 for the 3 Free Cities. So that puts us at $3.50. And then we've got 10 cents here for each of these sites. So we're at $3.70, okay? So not a whole lot of money spent on the sites. We'll go ahead and pick those up. But that's what you want that deck to look like. Now, on to your spell book, the more important part. Okay. So we are going to cut, there we go. We are going to cut the 2 Wild Boars, the 2 Scent Hounds, the 3 Cave Trolls, the 2 Autumn Unicorns, the Slumbering Giant, the Phalanx, the 2 Overpowers, 1 Berry, Entangled Terrain, the Rolling Boulder, and the Payload Trebuchet. So those are the cards that are coming out, okay? All right. So that is 17 cards total that we are removing from the Spellbook deck. So that is going to leave us with Crater Eyes, the Titan, the Mountain Giant, a pair of Land Surveyors, 3 Bowmen, Longbowmen, a Pudge, 2 Bannermen, 2 Amazon Warriors, the King, Divine Healing, Border Militia, Berry, Cave In, and a Siege Ballista. All right. And then what we're going to add in is a Dispel, because I believe firmly that every Earth deck, if you're running Earth, you should have one Dispel, just to have it for that just in case scenario. We're going to add a second Border Militia. We're going to round out our Bowman to 4. We're going to add another Siege Ballista. Okay. I know that Siege Ballista and like Payload Trebuchet, they're not real popular, but in this deck, because of the number of soldier tokens you're going to be generating, you can operate the Siege Ballista pretty easily. And you're not like with the Payload Trebuchet, you got to discard a card, which I think is terrible. But with this, you're getting that 3 damage. So, because you're going to have all those soldiers, you can you can put these back on your back line and operate them pretty efficiently. Then we're going to add 2 Shield Maidens. It's going to get crowded here. We're going to finish out the Bannermen. So we're going to end up having 3 Bannermen. We're going to add 3 Root Spiders, because I believe that with the Root Spider, again, this is one of those Earth cards that it's so good. I really think you should include it. Obviously, we're going to have 3 Pudges because we have Free City. Obviously you want to put Pudge on Free City. That way, if there's a really hairy minion out there, maybe you can pull it in and Pudge can hit it and then the Free City can hit it. Of course, the Pudge will probably die if you're hitting something that big, but it's just an option. You can also just use the Pudge to pull something in and let Free City take the damage, or let Free City attack it. And then you save the damage on Pudge, although Pudge wouldn't be able to do much other than maybe attack something else that's at the site, right? Or no, because he taps for the shoot. So he really wouldn't be able to do much, but, it's just an alternative. So also, we're going to add 2 Dwarven Digging Teams. We're going to add 2 Pikemen. And then we're going to add some of the bigger end cards. We're going to add a pair of Earthquakes, a pair of Wanderers, and a single Crown Prince. Okay? So that's what we're going to add to this deck. Now, this actually comes in much lower in terms of cost, because you've only got $4 in the Crown Prince. You've got $2, $1 for each of the Wanderers. So there you're at 6. You've got $2.50 for each of the Earthquakes, so that's 5. So that's going to put us at 11. Then 50 cents for exceptionals, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, $17.50, and then you've got 30 cents here, right? So you're at $17.80. So $17.80 plus the 20 cents for those 2 puts us at 18, and then the rest of it. So $21.50 in total between the sites and the other cards in the spell book. So you've actually got some room here to do some other things in terms of the money. And the way I did this, I played more to the board manipulation of the sites and enhanced the mortal selection. You could go the other way. You could do more burrowing, maybe throw in some other cards to try to do something different, like maybe Angel's Egg and bury the Angel's Egg under your side or whatever. In terms of going higher with this deck, spending a little bit more money, getting some mixes to throw in, given these high-end expensive cards might not be a bad idea. So a mix would be an option. Another option, another good mortal, Royal Bodyguard, something else that you could consider. I really like this card. And then obviously the huge option, the option that I think most folks would want to go with is the Crusade. Now, the problem with Crusade is because of the age we're living in, apparently this isn't proper anymore. So it's hard to get price data on this card. But what I've seen, cards that move on the different sites, somewhere between 20 to 25. Although I do feel like this card may be ticking up a little bit. So, much like Highland Princess, which has moved up into the $27 range, and I am very sure, I personally think Highland Princess should probably be a $50 card. I think that Crusade is going to start pushing up that way too, because it is just one of those cards that is so key to so many decks, just in terms of the value you get for such a low cost. I mean, 2 mana and 2 threshold is just nothing. So I really do expect that card to increase in value. So if you want to upgrade this deck quickly, get your hands on a Crusade as soon as you can, because I think that card is going to see some serious value increases. Other than that, those are just kind of my thoughts, what I played into. Obviously, like I said, with any sorcery deck, especially the pre-constructs, there are so many cards that can just be used in this game. I mean, there are certainly cards that don't have a lot of value, that are not as good as some of the others. But there are still plenty of little scenarios where they can prove useful, which I think is a great thing in this game. But other than that, up next, we'll be doing the next, which I believe, yes, is going to be Fire. So that'll be fun. So come back for that one when I get it done. And I hope you all enjoyed this one. Anything you think about this or any comments, please let me know. See you later.